Alrighty, we are here in the park. As you can see, there's not many people here right now. There are a few people and squirrels. So they say that there are still gravestones here. Most of them are unmarked and they're really hard to find, and people trip on them. So I'm going to be looking for those. Because, I mean, this place used to be a massive graveyard with over 5,000 people. So I'm here in Cheeseman Park, doing a paranormal investigation. Cheeseman Park was actually Denver's first cemetery, which was laid out by William Larimer in 1858. Denver was a big gold rush town, so a lot of people came here, and therefore a lot of people died by highwaymen, robbery, hanging, murder, whatnot. The first two occupants of the cemetery was gambler Jack O'Neill and the man who murdered him, John Stoffel. It's said that there were over 5,000 graves here. In 1890, the city decided to move all the graves and turn this into a park. So they named the park after Denver pioneer Walter Cheeseman, and they told family members of the deceased in the graveyard to come claim the dead, and some of the bodies were claimed, but a lot of the men were just travelers. They didn't have family. They came out here for the gold rush, died, and they had no next of kin to come get them, so a lot of the bodies remained unclaimed. And all the bodies that weren't claimed by next of kin were awarded to Undertaker E.P.McGovern, who was a crook. McGovern was getting paid $1.90 per body, but since he was a crook, he thought that if he hacked the bodies up into child-sized pieces and then buried them again in child-sized plots, that he can make more money. So instead of getting $1.90 for one body, he could get $1.90 for 4 or 5 parts of that same body. Yeah, he didn't want to get caught doing this, so he did this all really quick in the span of weeks or so. And in his haste, he forgot a bunch of bodies and just left body parts strewn all over this place. And in the 1960s, they were still finding body parts. I've not heard of the discovery of any bodies since the 1960s, but that's still almost 100 years after the fact that they were still finding bodies. And I've heard that there are still unmarked graves and stuff that you can find here, which I'm keeping an eye out for. And of course, it wouldn't be a true DDF ghost hunting investigation without some spirits in a bottle. Oh. Oh, that was good. No, it wasn't. Okay. I figured it wasn't a grave because I could see it from a ways off, but it caught my eye. Because apparently the gravestones that are in the park are unmarked and they're really hard to find. I hear that most people just kick them and stumble over them, and that's how they find them. See, okay. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. I'm almost halfway wondering if those gravestone findings are just these things. And drunk people come here and they stumble over these, and knowing the history of the place, that this place used to be a graveyard, that they stumble over these and then think that, oh, this is a gravestone, and they freak out. Because a lot of people will go into a haunted place knowing the history and they'll be expecting to find something, so any little thing they'll think is paranormal or haunted when really it's just like a natural thing. So I could expect like some teenagers being here, maybe having some beers, and they're like, oh, let's go find these graves because there was thousands of bodies here. And then they come and then they trip over or step on one of these, and let's say this is covered with leaves and there's a bunch of grass on it, and they freak out because they think it's a headstone, and then they run off and report it, and that's just another story to where people think there's a lot of grave sites here. Now, I'm not saying there isn't gravestones here. I'm just making an observation that there are a lot of electrical covers, and people expecting to find something, they'll find it. Whether it's true or not, they'll find it in their mind. Here is an example of how somebody who's drunk and looking for gravestones could be walking and kick that and be like, oh, that's a gravestone. And of course they're not going to brush it off and see that it's an electrical cover. And they could just stumble upon this in the middle of the night, drunken, and be like, that's a gravestone, I'm scared, let's run. And that could be where a lot of the gravestone stories come from. Again, I'm just guessing that maybe that, see, like, okay, I just found something that if you're looking for bones, right there, you just found your bone. Because if you're looking for bones and you're not being logical, that tree branch right there looks like a bone. There are a lot of squirrels in this park. There are squirrels everywhere. This guy's coming running up to me. Hi, buddy. I apologize, I don't have any food. Can I pet you? Oh, you're gonna bite me, aren't you? I don't have any food, I'm so sorry. Oh. I feel absolutely horrible, I don't have any food for you. Presented to the city of Denver in memory of Walter Scott Cheeseman, 1907. This place is cool. There's people over there. Okay, so I'm going to do an EVP session now. There are also several little tiny birds up in the trees above me. They're cheeping. Is anybody here with me? Is there anybody here who would like to make contact? Did you come here looking for gold, but you ended up buried in this place for some reason? Vodka. Alright, I'm going to be quiet now. If you want to talk to me, please do. I'll be your friend. Did you find gold here? Did you come here to find gold and you didn't? Are you angry that you didn't find gold? Are you angry that you found gold? Did it ruin your life? Did you have a happy death? Sure, it'd be cool, but... yeah. Whoa, that leaf moved? Ghost. This place is haunted. It's actually the wind. Are you upset that I am here? Are you happy that I'm here? Do my shoes offend you? Okay, nothing's happening, so I'm gonna shut off my camera to save battery. So I'm here in the Great Hall, as I'll call it. I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna try an EVP session here. Is there anybody in here who would like to communicate? Wind blowing leaves over there. Did you come here looking for gold? Did you find any? I think that was a leaf. It was a loud leaf though. Did you come here looking for gold and not find any? Is there anything you want to tell me? Did you take sides during the Civil War? Was it a concern of yours? Okay. Okay. Did the Civil War concern you? I hope you heard that, because yeah, there was a sound, something hit the bench. Might have been something falling out of the tree, most likely that's what it was, but that was interesting right after I asked that. Did you side with the North? Did you side with the South? It was interesting that when I asked that question, there was a loud ping over there, but chances are that was a coincidence. So for now, I'm going to assume that was a coincidence. Did you have a family? Did nobody come to claim your body? Were you left here? I hope you heard that. Oh, okay, that was cool. Did no family members come to claim your body? Were you left here all alone? Okay, most likely that was just a big leaf dragging across the ground because there's wind and there's leaves everywhere. I hope you can see the leaves. Most likely that's what it was, but like right when I asked that question, like, whoa. So nobody came to claim your body. What happened to your body since nobody claimed it? Was your body defiled and chopped up? Do you regret migrating to Colorado to find gold? No, nothing's happening. There's a lot of leaves blowing and rain hitting. There's a lot of sounds. But I will be back here tonight, and I will start the night investigation here, and then we will move out to the park. So thank you for watching, and be sure to check out the night investigation, which will be linked down in the description below. Thank you again, and happy days.